Hi, it's Carter Clues, president of Constitutional Rights PAC, constitutionalrightspac.com, and I'm here in lower middle income neighborhood. Okay, just good common folks, Got obviously my MAGA hat on, my Trump hat on, and my Franklin Graham t-shirt. And actually, it's very appropriate to what I want to talk to you about today. Very appropriate, because I want to talk to you about what we need to do for God, country, here around us here, good, decent people, and getting Trump and it back in the White House and MAGA candidates elected to the House and the Senate across this great country of ours. Because this great country of ours is under dire threat. You know it, and I know it. By a man and a regime that will do anything to get reelected and continue to destroy everything you and I so deeply believe in, okay? We see him with his Stalin-esque show trials of Donald Trump, one after another, to try and jail him and to keep him from campaigning and talking directly to the American people. Never been done before in history. Never had any atrocity like that in history. We see his assault upon God with his hanging that transgender flag in the portal of the White House, with his screaming at the Supreme Court that we're gonna have abortion, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Never been done in the history of this country. And we see him costing our country everything we dearly believed in. Not just financial. I mean, 20% inflation on some of the critical goods you buy at the grocery store. It's up to 35% inflation. Oh, by the way, now he's bragging that the inflation last month came down a few pennies. So in other words, he increased it by the dollar after dollar after dollar, brought it down temporarily a few pennies, and he'll make it much worse if he's reelected. And he's bragging about that's the kind of person this is. That's why I want to talk to you right now, just for a few minutes, from the heart. Hoping and praying it goes to the heart, okay? Because your Constitutional Rights PAC, in the coming months, more than ever, needs your support, okay? We're on the front lines of this fight to take back America, restore our traditional values and morals and mores, and we need your help. We're interviewing candidates for the Senate and the House. We've got a special division of the PAC just to support Donald Trump, and we need your support. Your gift of $5, $10, $25, $50, or even more if you possibly can, just by pushing the donate button below. That's all you got to do. Can win these battles, every single one of them. That's how important your support is, okay? Now let me promise you what we're going to do at your Constitutional Rights PAC. We're going to run slim and trim, and we're going to fight like warriors, okay? We're going to fight like warriors. When you make a contribution, which I hope you're doing now by pressing that donate button, I want you to know it doesn't go into bloated salaries like some of these frankly Washington organizations. It doesn't go into costly offices. We don't do that. I work from this lower middle income neighborhood because that's where I choose to be. That's where I choose to be for two reasons. One, I like these people. I think they're a lot like you, aren't they? I think they're a lot like you. They share your concerns, your values, and also because I want to keep my overhead down so that I don't have to, I don't want to be paid a lot. I want the money that you give so generously and so importantly, to go to fighting the good fight on the front lines, because that's where you and I are. So we're beginning to interview candidates. We want 20 new MAGA House members, because we want to make sure this time around the House fights tooth and nail for the things that you believe in, you and I. And this gentleman, the God we love, quite frankly, restoring the moral values of this country, and the good, decent people like these and like you, okay? And we want 6 new MAGA members of the Senate. We can do it with your help. When you push, it's right, that donate button below. But I want to remind you something. It's what I call the 5% factor, okay? And that is, in all these battles, we got to win by 5% or more in order to offset Democrat cheating. That's where we are today. What they did in 2020 was no aberration, okay? They cheated at every single turn in every important election state across the country. And they intend to do it again. Now, you know, we'll do our best to combat that. We'll do some poll watching. But most of all, we want to make sure the candidates that you support have the money they need to overcome the 5% factor. So when you make that contribution, $5, $10, $25, $50 or more, it's going directly into that fight, and much of it to those candidates, okay? That's my promise to you. That's my promise to you. You will know when you make your contribution that you are out front helping to lead the fight to take back America and make America great again, okay? That's very, very, very important, and I want you to know it. I want you to know it. Now, I want to add something here. That's important. If you don't have the money, don't give it. Don't give it. I know how rough things are because of what Joe Biden has done to our country, deliberately. When he destroyed our energy independence, when he raised taxes, when he lies about the inflation he's causing so he can cause even more, the spending, just sending hundreds of billions of dollars off over to Zelensky, to Ukraine. I'm sorry. We need that money at home. As a matter of fact, we need the government just to stop spending it altogether, because every dollar they spend takes a dollar out of your pocket, makes the inflation worse, okay? Lowers the value of your dollar. We're going to be fighting that tooth and nail. Let me close by saying this. We can't afford Joe Biden to have another 4 years. We can't afford another 4 years with Chuck Schumer as majority leader. That smarmy man who can't be trusted in any way, shape, or form, and never have. Remember, his daughter is one of those who Biden's flying the transgender flag for. That's how bad the situation is now. And we can't afford, frankly, to continue to have a House of Representatives that caves in on every front, which it has done to our disappointment. I know, I'm going to get an amen on that, to our disappointment since Mike Johnson became Speaker. I'm going to say it with your help. We're going to get a Speaker who's tough as nails and fights at every turn. Hopefully with a majority in the Senate, and with this gentleman as president, who we know is going to fight on our behalf. So I urge you, click on the button below. Click on that donate button below and give as generously as you can. $5, $10, $25, $50 or more. No gift can be too small, and no gift can be too large, frankly. But with only a few months remaining before November 5th, some gifts can be too late, okay? So we need your help now. We need your help now. So click on that button, and when you do, I'm going to be notified. I'm going to be giving your name, and you're going to hear from me, okay? You're going to hear from me. You're going to get a personal thank you from me, because that's how grateful I am that you're willing to be at the forefront of the fight for our country, okay? So I can't wait to hear from you. This is Carter Clues, the President, Constitutional Rights PAC, and I'm waiting to hear from you. Thank you, and God bless you.